Hi guys, so welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's okay. So today's video is going to be about nutrition, which is, as you probably all know, is probably the most important aspect when it comes to losing weight. Losing body fat and gaining muscle. So before we start, I just want to say that it's just over a week before gyms open here in the UK. So yeah, I just literally can't wait to go back to the gym. It's been about gym's been closed since like and nearly from the end of March, nearly till the end of March. It's been closed. So it's been about March, April, May, June, July, about 4 months. So it's been a long time. So I just can't wait to go back to the gym, and then, which obviously means there'll be more videos of me doing like actual gym videos instead of just me talking to the camera. But I actually don't mind doing these. I actually think I can give you guys information on like certain topics like better by just talking to the camera. So yeah, we'll be talking to you about nutrition. So if like for me, it's probably the most important thing when it comes to losing fat and gaining muscle, or just losing fat in general, because people tend to like neglect this aspect when it comes to losing fat and gaining muscle. They think training and lifting weights is probably more important, which is not. It's just, like, nutrition is the key. So I have my points written down here in the book, so I'm going to go through each point and just explain to you what I mean and then what to do. So yeah, so let's start. So my first point is going to be, as I mentioned before, nutrition is the key. This is the bottom line of it. You can't work hard in the gym, then come home and eat shit or not enough, then expect like results, but you're not going to get it. So my number one point is, it's literally it sounds really difficult, but it's really simple. It basically means to lose body fat, you need to be on a calorie deficit, and to gain weight, in other words, gain muscle, you need to be in a calorie surplus. To lose fat, you need to eat less than you burn. So for example, say if your maintenance calorie, which means the calorie you should be eating to like stay on your weight. So if you weigh 80 kilo, say for example your maintenance calorie is 2,500, and if you eat that every day all the time, you're gonna be on 80 kilo. But if you want to lose weight, lose body fat, you need to be on for example, you need to be on a 2,200 calorie, or even 2,000 calories. Then over time you're going to lose body fat. And when it comes to gaining weight or gaining muscle, you need to be on calorie surplus, which means eating more than you burn. So I'll use the same example again. So if you are 80 kilo and your maintenance calories is 2,500, you need to be eating 2,700 to 3,000 calories to gain weight and gain muscle. Let's leave more to that. Say for example, to lose body fat, if your calorie deficit is too low, or as in like it's too much, then you're probably gonna end up burning muscle weight as well. So for example, if your maintenance calorie is 2,500 and then you like suddenly cut it to 1,500, or even for some people a deficit of 500 is like a bit too much as well. So you need to make sure you're on a calorie deficit but not too much, because if you're on too much, you're gonna end up burning muscle weight as well. Obviously it all depends how you train as well. So basically, to lose body fat, you need to be in a deficit, and I would recommend to the deficit to not be more than anything from 300 to 500. That's fine. Like the more slower you do it, the process, the more muscle you're likely to keep. If you try and do it too quickly, and if you drop too much calories too quickly, you'll guarantee you're gonna lose muscle. Same when it comes to gaining weight. So for example, if you're trying to put on weight or like muscle, no one wants to put on fat. So if you're trying to put on weight and you're eating, say your maintenance calorie is 2,500 and you're eating 4,000 calories every day, you are gonna put on muscle. Obviously you are gonna put on fat, you are gonna put on muscle and you're gonna put on fat on top of it. So you need to make sure when you go, you're doing a calorie surplus. You're like same as with losing fat, like no more than 500 is so 500 calorie surplus is okay. You are like depending how you train and your like what you eat and everything, 500 surplus is okay, it's good. Like you're not gonna put on that much fat. You are gonna put on muscle. So yeah, so you need to think about all these things when it comes to nutrition. It's literally, it sounds simple when you say it. So basically, to lose fat, you need to be on calorie deficit. To gain weight or muscle, you need to be on a calorie surplus. Literally as simple as that. There's literally people out there just try and make it so complicated, but it's not. It's really, really simple. So there's a lot of talk about so like people say if calories is calories, so can you eat I don't know 1,000 calories of junk food and then so for example, so what I'm trying to say is if people try and or people not argue, like people try and say that is junk food same as like good food. So if you're trying to lose weight, can you eat junk food or like unhealthy food but stay within your calorie deficit and still lose weight? Or same goes for gaining muscle or weight. Can you eat junk food and still and be within your calorie intake every day and still gain muscle? And the short answer is yes. So you can lose weight. You can lose weight by being on a calorie deficit with junk food. So you can literally have McDonald's every day, KFC or whatever you want to eat. You can have those every day, but as long as you're in between your calories that you're meant to eat that day, you are going to lose weight. It's literally as simple as that. Like some people might say, no, that's not true, but it's true. As long as you're on calorie deficit, it doesn't matter what you eat, you are going to lose weight. But there's a big but to it. Okay? Yeah, some people say that all calories are calories. So one calorie of healthy food is the same as 1 calorie of junk food. Yeah, that's true. But so what I'm trying to say is you are going to lose weight by eating McDonald's, KFC, junk food, whatever, Snickers, chocolate, anything that's unhealthy. You are still gonna lose weight as long as you're on a calorie deficit. But there's a big but to it. You are gonna feel terrible. So you are gonna lose weight in a way. You probably won't lose that much body fat. You're gonna lose weight in other ways. So for example, there are your energy. You're gonna feel shit. So if you're gonna try and lose weight by eating like processed food and unhealthy food, but you are gonna be on your calorie deficit, you are gonna feel shit. You are gonna feel really shit. So you're likely to feel more tired throughout the day. You're not gonna have much energy. You're gonna feel shit. So if you're eating 2,000 calories of processed food that are unhealthy, junk food, you're gonna finish your calories really quickly. Whereas if you're eating good healthy food, you're gonna be able to eat bigger meals. So you're gonna be able to have you're gonna be able to have like 2 or 3, 4 meals a day and feel energized, feel good. Whereas in comparison to if you eat just if you're trying to lose weight by eating junk food, you're not going to feel good at all. You're going to feel tired for the day. Also another factor is your body composition will be much better if your calories are good. So for example, So in other words, you can lose weight. You can lose weight by eating anything basically, as long as your calories are as long as you're on calorie deficit. But it's like literally really important to be to watch what you're eating, to eat good calories and not go for the junk food options. But it's a fact, you can lose weight with eating junk food as long as you're calorie deficit. But I would strongly advise for people to watch what they eat. So it's much better to eat 2,000 calories of mixed of everything, like your good carbs, good fats, protein, and all that. Everything mixed, along with any treats you want to eat. So I'm not saying not to eat junk food. You can include them in your diet if you want to. As long as you're on a calorie deficit, you are going to lose weight. It's as simple as that. But how you lose it and how you look, it all depends on what kind of calories you eat. So to like literally summarize it, to the healthier calorie choices you're going to make, you're going to look better, you're going to feel better, you're going to have more energy throughout the day. You can eat more as well. So when it comes to gaining muscle and weight, it's the same principle. Too much, obviously what I talked about before is not to go too much over your maintenance. So not be more than 500 calorie surplus, or if you go more, you are going to put on fat. So the calories does matter as well when it comes to bulking or gaining weight or muscle. So the calories you eat depends how much fat you put on. So you can eat, so while people, I'm sure you heard that phrase about dirty bulk, which means gaining weight through eating junk food. It's quicker. So basically sometimes people find it hard. So sometimes people find it hard to put on weight because they can't eat as much as they should be eating. So what they do is dirty bulk, which means to eating junk food. Because junk food has a lot of calories within it, like really, so like one burger will have a lot of calories, so you don't have to eat as much to get those calories, if you know what I mean. So what dirty bulk is, to eat less food, but they all be junk and processed and fried, high in fat. So like therefore you're gonna get your calories really quickly without having to eat a lot. So in that way, you are going to put on a lot of fat. So basically my advice when it comes to this is to losing fat and gaining muscle is literally simple. If you want to lose body fat, be on a calorie deficit, but not too much deficit, and make sure your calories are good. And when it comes to gaining weight or muscle, make sure you're not on a too much of a calorie surplus, and make sure your calories are good as well if you can. But obviously when it comes to gaining weight or muscle, it's not as important to watch what kind of calories you eat than compared to when you're trying to lose weight. Because when you're trying to gain muscle, put on some weight, it's okay to I mean, you are going to put on some fat on the side as well, it's normal. But when it comes to losing your body fat, it's really key to, obviously, first to be on calorie deficit, then second to watch what you're eating. Make sure there are good calories. Because there's literally, I hear this all the time. There's like people complaining they're not losing body fat, they're not gaining muscle. It's literally the answer is your diet, your nutrition. It's not. Obviously, your training does matter. I'll talk about that in a different topic. But your training does matter. But your nutrition is the key. If you want to lose weight, or if you want to lose body fat and you're not losing body fat, the reason is your diet. It's the bottom line. That's literally the reason, your diet. And if you're trying to put on weight, gain muscle, and you're not doing that, it's because your diet. It's not because you're training. I'm sure you're training hard, you're going in the gym, lifting weights, but you're not putting size. It is because your diet. So I'm going to talk about how much of protein, carbs, and fat you should be eating. That's so when it comes to building muscle or gaining weight, people say, or it shows that you should be eating like a pound. So basically 1 gram per pound of body weight. So if you weigh 170 pounds, You can like you should. You don't have to. You should and you could eat 170 grams of protein a day, but you have to think about your carbs and fat as well. So when it comes to putting on size or losing body fat, these literally doesn't matter. These matter to an extent, but as long as you're eating good amount of protein, it literally can be 1 gram per body weight, or it can be half a gram per body weight. Trust me, no one's eating enough. So basically, no one's eating less protein. Literally, everyone's eating enough protein. That's not the problem. The problem is the calorie deficit and surplus. So if you want to lose body fat, you need to be on a calorie deficit. It doesn't matter what carbs, fats, and protein you're eating. You need to be on a calorie deficit. So yeah, I was trying to talk about like what protein to eat, or carbs, like how many grams a day to eat. So when it comes to that, it doesn't really matter. So like for me personally, I would say if you want to lose weight, like lose body fat, keep the protein high and keep carbs and fat low. That's literally the most simple advice I can give you. Obviously, you can go into more into detail. You can always ask me questions if you want to, but I would say to lose body fat, in what I would do and what I do is to keep the protein high and the carbs low, fat low. Simple as that. Carbs obviously higher than fats. The fat's the lowest because fat has the most calories. So protein high, carbs medium, fat low to lose body fat. But as always, it doesn't matter. It does not matter as long as you need to make calorie deficit. Okay, that's the bottom line. And then after that, you can make your calories that you need to be eating in a day, and then you can choose what kind of calories you want to consume. For me, I would say keep the protein high, carbs medium, and fat low. But you can do it the other way. You can have high protein, high fat, and low carbs. It's up to you. When it comes to gaining muscle and weight, it's for me, I would say keep the protein high. I would high as in good amount of high. So a person should be eating to gain weight, to gain muscle, per 1 gram per pound of body weight. So if you weigh 170 pounds, when you're on a bulking side, when you're bulking, you should be eating. Well, you don't have to, but you should eat 170 grams of protein. But if you eat more, it's good. So when it comes to putting on size, yeah, keep the protein high, carbs not low. It should be on a medium level, and then fat low. I mean, that's just what I would do. But as always, it's all about being on a calorie surplus when it comes to putting on size. So as long as you're on a calorie surplus, it's fine. Then you can decide, obviously, what out of your 3,000 calories a day, how much of the protein, how much of that is going to be protein, carbs, and fats. So as long as you're on calorie surplus, you're going to gain weight. As long as you're on calorie deficit, you are going to lose weight. Simple. Yeah. Thank you again for watching the video. Make sure you like and subscribe. My Instagram's links down below as well, so you can go over there, follow me, email, DM me any questions you have, and I'll answer as fast as possible. So yeah, thank you again, and I'll see you in the next video.